Welcome aboard. I'm Captain Wayne Canning, and this is a Boating Zen podcast. Lost Loves and Other Shiny Things by Captain Wayne Canning. The other day I was working on the boat, as usual. After all, that is how I spend most of my time on the boat. For every 100 hours I work on her, I get to go sailing for an hour or two. That's how it's supposed to work, isn't it? Webster's definition of a workboat is a boat used for work purposes, as in commercial fishing and ferrying supplies, rather than for sport. I can't say I agree with this. My experience has been that a workboat is any boat I own because I'm always working on them. And Lord knows I never make any money from them. On this day I was working on the roller furling up on the pointy end of the boat. You know, sort of like being in a high wire act without a net. I had taken the roller furling drum apart to remove the unit from the stem head fitting in order to accommodate the travel lift for a haul out. I had to haul the boat out so I could work on the bottom and cutlass bearing. You see the trend here? While attempting to put the furler back together, that one special part, you know the one, that part that cannot be replaced without sending off to Australia and waiting 4 months. It had decided it had had enough of the sailing life and attempted a successful escape over the side of the boat. The precious bit of shiny stainless was gone in the blink of an eye. Isn't this how the Lord of the Rings got started? Smeagol finds the ring in the water where no doubt some hapless boater had lost it years before? No, not my precious. Gone, gone. I stood frozen, time seeming to slow to a crawl as I watched in disbelief as the precious, with a last glitter and twinkle, slowly swirled out of sight into the murky water. Thoughts raced through my mind. Should I jump in after it? Can I reach down fast enough to grab it? What if I... But it's too late. It's gone. Nothing remains but the ripples on the surface and a few tiny bubbles floating to the surface as if to tease me. I'm down here. Come get me. All too soon the ripples and bubbles are gone too. Yet I continue to stare into the depths as if I could will it back to the surface. Maybe, just maybe, hope upon hope, it will float back up where I can grab it. Hope fades as I continue to stare blankly into the murky water. Damn you, gravity. It is at this point that the emotions flooded over me. That sick feeling I had as a teenager when my first love walked away from me comes rushing back. I find myself wanting to call out, "Please, baby, please come back. I promise I will not be so clumsy next time." But I know, it's too late. It's gone. Desperately, thoughts of how to retrieve the precious raced through my mind, just as thoughts once raced through my mind of how to gain my lost love back. If I send her flowers, maybe if I write her a song, or I could... Staring over the side, my mind begins to race. I know, I will get that big magnet I bought at the yard sale last year. I think with a glimmer of hope. But just as quickly I realize that won't work. The precious is made of stainless steel, and it will not stick to a magnet. Damn you, magnetism. I then think about different methods of using that old fishnet I have buried in the aft lazarette. There must be some way to get it back. There simply must be. After all, it is only 8 feet below me. Not that far, really, just a lousy 8 feet. I could dive for it if it were not for that alligator lurking off on the other side of the marina. He has been waiting for me to make such a mistake. And, of course, the fact that the water is so murky I could not see my hand in front of my face. So close, yet so far. It is like it has dropped into another dimension. It might as well be on the surface of another planet. The water is like an interface to another world, a world just beyond my reach. Frustration and anger begin to creep in. As hope fades, my emotions change. I feel the anger at myself for being so clumsy, for not holding on tighter, for not taking my time. Just like my lost love, I blame myself and think of all the, if only I had done this or that's. But this is pointless. I know it. Just like the cute redhead of my adolescent dreams, I know in my heart the precious is gone. But I must try. I cannot give up without at least trying. After all, you never know until you try, do you? I am a sailor, a seafaring man. Sailors never quit, never give up, not even when all hope is lost. We are a stubborn lot, not willing to let a bit of shiny stainless steel get the better of us. So with head hanging low, I walk back to the cockpit to try to find any tools that will help. The tide is high now, and I know if I wait a few more hours, I will gain a few needed feet closer to the lost bit of shiny stainless. Digging in the depths of the starboard lazarette, I find the old fishing net the kids used 3 summers ago to catch minnows in the shallows. With duct tape in hand, no problem can be truly solved without duct tape, I tape the net to the extending boat hook. Stretched out as far as it will go, I carefully lower the net into the water. Not a religious man, I offer a brief thought to God, just in case. One never really knows, and surely it cannot hurt. Ever so gingerly I feel the net touch the bottom and drag it closer to where I think my lost hopes will be. As I pull the net slowly to the surface, I hold my breath. My heart races. Laying the net on the dock, I start to dig through the mud and shells. There, to my surprise and joy, is lying in the mud a shiny bit of stainless. That small bit of shiny metal that will allow me to set sail one more time. My love has returned. Life is good. With my precious clasped firmly in my hand, I return to the cockpit and set it safely down below. I have had all the excitement I can handle, and I feel I've used up my luck for the day. The repairs will wait till tomorrow. Time to settle back with a well-deserved glass of rum and cancel that order placed to Australia. Written, recorded, and produced by Captain Wayne Canning for BoatingZen.com. All rights reserved. All music from royalty-free sources. This is a user-supported podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, please consider subscribing at patreon.com/BoatingZen. Thank you for your support. Please visit my website, BoatingZen.com. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.